One good eye. And then along came season 2.
Yeah, I kind of like to pretend the first, 2/3 of season 2 never happened.
Well, you see, the first half of season 2, I think, can effectively be summed up in one word. Sophia! 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 Oh, yeah, that is what happens. Like, season 2 opens up with Rick talking in the walkie-talkie, trying to get to Morgan, who still hasn't shown up. He's talking to Morgan through the walkie-talkie, or trying to reach him with the worst fucking dialogue I've heard.
That was pretty bad.
I went back and rewatched it, and no, it was not just me. That was really bad dialogue. The opening of season 2. Apparently they cut back on writers as well.
Yeah.
Because season 1 had a lot of great one-liners.
It did actually.
Yeah. After that, the dialogue kind of went out the window, and not just in season 2, but also season 3 thus far.
Yeah, Rick's dialogue has just been getting progressively worse as time goes on.
Yeah, Rick, he does his best, like Andrew Lincoln does his best with what he's given, but they don't give him a lot.
No, they pretty much give him the worst lines that show really has.
Yeah.
I
don't think there's any other way about it.
Yeah, no, I don't even
Rick has some shitty fucking dialogue. Okay, Sophia, that's where we were getting here.
Right, yeah,
Sophia, the girl, she gets lost in the woods after everyone gets attacked by walkers.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, T-Dog's arm gets cut open.
Yeah,
this is kind of important.
Yeah, T-Dog's arm gets cut open accidentally. When that happened, I was like, oh, come on, really? You just had to cut yourself on a sharp metal object. Be more goddamn careful.
Yep. Well, he didn't just cut it. He, split the
vein. Yeah, he, tore it wide open. Holy shit. You blew it big time, T-Dog.
No kidding.
You kind of deserve to get bitten at this point.
Yeah.
But he did not get bitten. Daryl unexpectedly totally saved his ass in a, fucking Superman style. T-Dog was Lois Lane at that point.
Mm-hmm. He went and he went all Rambo with the crossbow and fucking camouflaged T-Dog with a walker corpse, and it's pretty fucking cool considering he did it all in the span of 3 minutes.
Yeah, and that was a pretty cool save there, but another really cool thing in that scene was Andrea's walker kill, in which a walker wandered into the RV and attempted to nom her to death, but Dale, who was on the roof, passed her a screwdriver, which he used to stab it in the eye. And I thought that was a really cool zombie kill. It was quite creative and suspenseful, because she was kind of fucked at that point.
Oh, yeah.
But Rick and Sophia were even more fucked. They went off into the woods running away from a pair of zombies, and Sophia had to get left behind, hidden in a log or something, or under some bushes, while Rick drew the zombies away. Which he did. He drew them away from Sophia. He told her to head back to the camp, make a beeline for the camp once he was gone. And he fends off the walkers, he kills them. But when he gets back, Sophia is not there, and she's nowhere to be found. Dumb bitch could not even walk in a straight line.
Yep.
She could not get that done. I'm like, man.
Why wouldn't you just fucking try and climb a tree?
I don't know, I'm pretty sure zombies can't climb trees.
I'm 90% sure zombies can't climb trees.
Well, actually, in season 1, I do remember seeing a couple of zombies trying to climb over fences and shit like that, but in season 2, they never ever attempted to do anything even close to that.
The zombies just got progressively dumber as the season
zombies
goes on.
just get dumber and dumber as the season goes on. But inevitably, this fucking plot holes like that will happen, inconsistencies and shit like that, and especially in TV shows that go on for a really long time, and Walking Dead has gone on for a decent run thus far and shows no signs of slowing down. They really expanded a lot on Shane's fucking love triangle in season 2.
Yeah, but they expanded on the wrong fucking parts of that character.
We talked about them getting a budget cut after season 1.
Yeah.
And as a result, they had no money to do any awesome shit like they did in season 1. No explosions, no great zombie kills.
Yeah.
The zombie kills kind of died out after that one. Season 3 had some good kills, though.
Oh, yeah.
But
but they knew how to
They had way more experience in dealing with the budget frame that they were given.
Mm-hmm.
They were not familiar with a budget like that in season 2, and as a result, we got essentially the comic books.
We got essentially a soap opera.
Yeah.
For 2/3 of that season.
Yeah, the TV show turned into the comic books, live action comic books. But
I think you saw I think the only time I saw a zombie in those 6 or 7 episodes was when they were trying to pull the one out of the well. Yeah. Oh, and when Carl was fucking around with that one in the mud pit.
Yeah, just poking it with his dick.
Did you say stick or dick?
I think stick would be way more safe.
But you know what? It did cut to him in an awkward time. Yeah. You never truly know.
Well, how old is that kid anyway? In season 3, I swear he looks 13, but you're insistent that he's like 10? He does look 10 in season 1 and 2. I'll give you that. He does look quite young.
I was thinking 10 and 2. I can't see him being 13 and 3.
But in season 3, though, he has aged significantly. A lot of the characters aged a lot between season 2 and 3.
Rick, like seeing between the pilot and the end of season 3.
Yeah, there's a huge difference.
Night and day, man.
And Glen has aged quite a bit after season 2.
You know what? Glen's a fucking pussy now. Okay. I don't like him.
Yeah. He does have his moments yet, but no, he's not cool anymore.
Nope.
So they fucking start looking for Sophia, and they're going through the woods. Rick and Shane and Carl are off in the woods looking for Sophia, and they see a deer, and they're like, oh, let's show Carl this deer. He'll love the deer. Beautiful deer. Carl's like admiring the beautiful deer, which seems to be pretty cool with his presence. And then, all of a sudden, the deer gets shot and the bullet goes straight through the deer and into Carl. I hope that deer didn't have AIDS. Because...
yeah. Or syphilis. Syphilis would do some terrible shit, man.
Maybe the whole Walking Dead is a syphilis hallucination. Dun, dun, dun.
What if it's not even from syphilis? What if it's like Rick tripping on LSD because the doctors fucked up his medication in the hospital and he's still in a coma?
Well, they could yet actually just slap us in the face and go, guess what? The whole thing was just a dream that Rick had while he was in that coma.
Deadception.
That would be a huge slap in the face.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't do that.
I really hope they don't.
Hell of a dream, though.
Oh, yeah, one hell of a
You would not believe that dream I had while I was in that coma. Let me make a show out of it.
Yeah.
But first, some shitty comic books.
Yeah, first some really fucking lame comic books.
Yeah, Carl gets shot in the chest by Otis. Stupid name number 5.
You know what? They did hold off on the 5th stupid name until season 2. Give them a little bit of credit.
Yeah, okay. Unless it turns out Jenner's full name was Frank or some shit like that. And so, where were we? Yeah, Carl got shot. That's the point where we are in the story. Carl got shot by Otis the Fat Man. And he brings Carl over to his house where his dad or something, Hershel. Stupid name number 6.
You know what?
Hershel the veteran.
I think of the chocolate. Like
Hershey's chocolate. Yeah. Like, open up the door and he's made of chocolate. What have you brought in? Tell me it was more sugar. I demand more sugar.
How the fuck?
But they did not bring sugar. They brought a little shot boy.
Yeah.
And Hershel, the veterinarian who has any medical skills there, he has to patch up Carl with medical supplies he does not have, which seems to happen a lot on TV. I need you to go on a dangerous mission to acquire these medical supplies that I need in order to perform this surgery. And so they go, Otis and Shane go into dangerous territory, and let me see. Oh yeah, I just remembered. Rick cannot go with them because he has to keep on giving blood to Carl.
Yeah.
And so Shane goes with Otis there, and they narrowly avoid death at least 6 times there. And I gotta say, Otis may have been fat, he may have had a stupid name, but I liked Otis.
Otis was pretty cool.
Otis was boss. I liked that guy.
Yeah. Shane turned into an asshole.
Yeah, in that one episode, Shane became like not a great character at all.
He went fucking rogue, man.
Yeah, he went rogue, and he shot Otis in the leg so that the zombies would eat him. and then Shane could get away with the medical supplies to help Carl.
Yeah.
And you could almost understand that. I guess you could, because Shane really, really wanted to save Carl's life.
Yeah.
And he just loved Carl more than he loved Otis, because not only was he attached to Laurie because he stuck his dick in her.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
But he also came to love Carl as his own son after Rick died.
Well, you know what? You could. The argument could be made that women are pretty fucking limited in a zombie apocalypse. So you know what? I can't really blame the guy too much.
I don't know. He did fuck Andrea.
Right.
Yes. After that one episode where he was being a complete dick to her, teaching her how to shoot and being an absolute drill sergeant about it, then she decides to fuck him. She grabs his balls on the way over, which is just a recipe for getting in a car crash.
Yeah. I love that.
But then again, the roads are empty. You can't really crash into anything unless you're an absolute retard.
I see what you did there.
And so, Shane, he kills Otis, gets him killed, but not before Otis rips off a hunk of his hair, and
oh my god.
He rips off a hunk of his hair, and then Shane escapes, and in order to cover up that scar, he shaves his hair off.
He looks like Commander Shepard!
Yeah, he looks like fucking Commander Shepard from the Mass Effect games. That guy. He's even got the scar in the same spot as Commander Shepard. It's on the opposite side of his head, but it's right there on his scalp. If they just reversed where the scar was, he would have... He would be a perfect Commander Shepard.
Who's the Danish model Commander Shepard's rendered after?
I don't know, but...
I used to know that, too, because it's an actual person.
I mean, holy fuck, Commander Shepard and Shane, when I told you that, it just snapped in your head immediately. They were supposed to make him look like a dangerous thug or a punk. No, he looks like that video game character.
Yeah, that's the real reason he's gonna stay in the series.
When he killed Otis, Commander Shepard picked the Renegade option. Yeah. That little red Renegade icon appeared in the corner, and holy shit, he took it.
Yeah. But what would happen if it was the Paragon?
I don't know, just grabbed Otis by the legs and carried him to safety.
All the while the Indiana Jones music is playing in the background.
So he gets the medical supplies to Hershel, and he saves Carl's life. They realize, hey, Hershel's got a pretty kick-ass farm. It's paradise. There are no zombies on Hershel's farm. And so after that, they're like, hey, we should really go and live here on Hershel's farm with Hershel and his family. His son Jimmy, stupid name number 7.
Jimmy's not that bad. I mean, it's lame, but it's not really bad.
It's going on the stupid name list. We're at 7 right now.
I'd say it narrowly gets there, but...
Patricia, Beth, and Maggie, that's the Greene family. And
Patricia
Otis
is a fucking dumb name.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with you there. Stupid name number 8.
Yeah.
And so they go over to the farm, they get led back there, and they're gonna wait it out at the farm while Carl recovers. And all the while, they're gonna keep on looking for Sophia. Well, actually, that's not true, because they just spent the whole season whining. Laurie was just I'm useless! And Rick was Sophia's missing and it's all my fault!
Carol's my daughter's missing!
And Shane was I have emotional baggage! And I've got to save the galaxy from the Reapers!
I don't know what to do with all this responsibility.
Yeah, the Normandy crew and fucking Garrus can't hold it out on his own forever. Anyone who hasn't played Mass Effect is not going to get these references at all, but fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck them. Daryl
was Sophia's missing. Maybe I should do something about it.
He's the only person who actually got off his ass and went looking, I think.
Yeah, I think that's how he wound up becoming a fan favorite.
Yeah.
He was the only guy in Season 2 who actually did something. But he didn't do it well, actually, because the first thing he does is steals a horse, a very nervous horse, which winds up bucking him off down a cliff, impaled on his own arrow, and then he gets knocked unconscious when he hits his head on a rock.
He hallucinates about Merle, wakes up to a zombie chewing on his boots, which I don't know why the zombie would be chewing on his boots.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Like, you've got this whole being made of flesh, you're gonna chew on the one part that's made of rubber.
It was leather.
Leather?
But yeah, I know what you mean.
No, he was biting the soles of his...
Was it the soles?
Yeah, it was the soles.
I thought it was the toe.
Just that was just
whatever,
so
it's besides the point.
That was just so stupid. Like, but Daryl, in a very badass manner, like, it may have been stupid how he wound himself up in that predicament, but he did
pull an arrow out of his own stomach
and then
loaded the crossbow and shot the zombie in the fucking head with the arrow he pulled out of his fucking stomach.
I think that's what happened. I think he pulled out the arrow later, but
no, it was pretty. No, it was the second one. There was
there was a second.
The first one he kicked its ass, boot stomped it to death. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or beat it over the head with a stick. I can't remember. The second one, it was encroaching on him, and he pulled the arrow out and then shot it.
And then he climbed the cliff back up to safety and made it back to camp.
Yeah. And after he gathered a bunch of trophies.
Yeah, he gathered the ears of the walkers, which he had never done before. That was kind of inconsistent characterization there.
Yeah, it was kind of
Let's face
weird.
it, if Daryl cut off the ears of every zombie he killed in the series, he would have just this massive 40-pound mass of ears hanging on his neck.
Yeah, I don't know why...
Just dragging him down, forcing him to slouch. Oh.
I don't know why he decided to take those particular walkers' ears as trophies. Because you haven't really seen him do it since.
No, or before that.
Maybe it was because he was having a redneck moment with the hallucimerl.
Hallucimerl.
Yeah.
I like that. I'll go with that. And then he goes back to camp, and he looks like a walker because he's covered in their gore. And
oh, yeah.
And
another reason why Andrea fucking sucks.
Because dumb bitch was like, let me shoot that walker-looking thing. And like, I'll give her that. Daryl did look like the undead, but everyone was pointing their guns at him, and then he started talking to them, and they all pointed their guns down, like, oh, good, it's Daryl. Andrea should have really taken that as a cue to, oh, hey, he's not dead. But nope, she shot him in the head, or at least grazed his head, and he recovered from that, thus adding to his badassery even more. In one episode...
Not only did he recover just fine, he was just like, yeah, no problem. I'd have done the same thing.
No problem. Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, Hakuna Matata. You try and shoot at my head, it's whatever. You know better.
Yeah, we're cool. Yeah, in one episode, Daryl became a fan favorite for a lot of people.
Well, fucking A. It was almost instantaneous.
Yeah, and he didn't really have that much airtime in season 1 either. He's like Boba Fett.
Yeah,
like, no airtime at all, but he still becomes a fan favorite for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean, Boba Fett?
Yeah, Boba Fett. Boba Fett.
I thought it was Boba Fett.
It's still a stupid name. Stupid name number 8.
Yeah, Boba Fett.
Stupid name number 9. I know he's not in this show, but we're just gonna go with it anyway. I would love for them to write Boba Fett into this show. Bubba. Folks around here call me Bubba.
Bubba. I'm still fucking...
That's what he would be called in Georgia, too.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for them to include a girl character named Betty Lou.
Yeah, that is a pretty stupid name. It would go right along with what they've been doing thus far.
Well, like, I know I'm kind of skipping ahead here, but Michonne? What the fuck kind of a name is Michonne?
After that, good God, like, what happened? Like, I'm trying to think of what happened after that, but everything got so boring and slow that all the episodes just sort of blended together. I remember on Netflix, like, they give you a brief description of what happens in the episode, and I remember one episode, the description was, Rick encounters a couple of walkers in the woods. Maggie sends Glen mixed signals. And naturally I was like, OMG, I have to see this. Like, this is very interesting. As soon as I'm done watching Grey's Anatomy, I'm so all over this.
You know what, don't knock Grey's Anatomy. The first season was actually pretty good.
Oh, okay. Fine. Pussy.
Anyway,
and so after that, it was pretty much just Shane bitching about his love triangle, and Laurie got knocked up, which is pretty much the only thing she ever did
to contribute to the whole fucking series.
Yeah, she got knocked up. You don't know if it's Shane's or Rick's.
Yeah,
we thought
pretty much the only purpose she served was to be a giant wedge between Shane and Rick.
Yeah, just making the zombie apocalypse way worse than it had to be.
And what episode did she tell Rick?
I don't know, it took her fucking forever to tell Rick shit. Like, actually...
Was it episode 3?
Eventually the whole camp found out about it, but it always happened one by one. Like,
because she told Glen right off the hop.
Yeah, Glen had to go to the feminine hygiene section. And, yeah, that's what Laurie said. Try the feminine hygiene section. And Glen was like, oh, okay. And I was like, are you on your period or do you want a pregnancy test? I'm confused here.
Maybe she's got to...
The period might explain some of her behavior.
Ooh. Well played. Yeah, no, that's what I was kind of thinking. Then I'm just like, why would she worry about her period in the zombie apocalypse? I'm just like...
Maybe the blood will attract the zombies?
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm thinking of them using the tampon as bait.
Oh, no! I got the mental image on that one. Just wait. They'd hang it up.
Hanging it from a tree.
Yeah,
or
they
something.
hang it up from a tree for zombie bait. They'd catch Edward Cullen.
Ew. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good one. I can't stop laughing now. This hurts. Fuck you. Holy fuck. Okay. We didn't talk about this a whole lot, but Shane, this was a bit unrealistic, but it was kind of believable considering like the situation that they landed themselves in and their behavior and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Shane started fucking Rick's wife after Rick supposedly died from that gunfight at the start of the series.
Yep.
When Rick comes back, Shane is like, oh man, I'm screwed. Like, he just stuck his dick where he shouldn't have.
Exactly. That's pretty much it.
As soon as Rick came back, Laurie was like,
She's like,
there was one part in season 1 where Rick and Shane were off in the woods hunting and shit, and Shane was really fucking tempted to shoot Rick in the back and get rid of his problems like that while Rick's back was turned. But he chose not to kill his friend. And that's when Dale just showed up out of nowhere with this big, what the fuck look on his face. When he did that, I was like, oh, I am so making a meme out of that.
Yeah.
But turns out a bunch of other people already did. So if you Google The Walking Dead memes, there's actually a lot of really funny ones. And a lot of them involve Dale's what the fuck face in the woods. And yeah, Shane sort of felt like he should be the one in charge. He should be the protector, the leader of the group. Because, hey, let's face it, while Rick was in charge, a lot of people got hurt. I mean, first Carl got shot, which wasn't really...
Yeah, that was more of a freak accident.
Yeah, that was no one's fault except for Otis, and let's face it, he suffered for it.
Yeah. For the few episodes he was there, I mean, he went out really fucking badly. Let's face it.
Commander Shepard was not a very good commander at that point.
No, Renegade option all the way, man.
Yeah, and even right before that, they got in that zombie attack and T-Dog got his arm cut open, and of course it got infected real bad, he got feverish and delusional and shit.
Yeah, I think the grossest part of season 2 that I saw was actually not even when that zombie got ripped in half. It was probably when T-Dog was looking for antibiotics in all the cars on the highway, and there was that baby seat with all the blood around it. That actually made me sick to my stomach.
Really?
Yeah.
Babies is that one thing that you cannot stand?
I kind of draw the line at infants and animals.
Infants are annoying. I would fully support bloody infants. Yeah, and you thought we were gonna catch shit for being racist.
Yeah, no.
I'm all for shooting babies
now we're moving on to fucking baby killing.
The controversy just keeps growing and growing. Let's talk about abortions now.
Hey, I'm pro-choice.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All you need is a coat hanger and a blowtorch.
Hell yeah. That easy. Yeah, T-Dog was looking for antibiotics in all the cars, and Daryl wound up lending him some of Merle's old drugs. He just
funnily enough to treat the clap. Merle's periodic outbreaks of the clap.
Yeah, Merle got the clap, and that's why he has all these great antibiotics with him in his magic sack of wonder drugs. Oh, and meth.
Yeah, lots of meth.
Yep, there was meth too. Wow, there's a lot of meds in here. Everything we need to treat T-Dog. Also, there's a lot of meth here.
I really, really hope...
I would have loved for that line to be in the show.
You know what? The first thing to go, I'm going to be honest, is the reefer. Everyone would have been all over that.
Yeah, probably. In the zombie apocalypse, give me that.
Fucking amen.
Well, fuck, a zombie apocalypse, give me the meth. Give me anything.
You know what? There would still be fucking dealers in a zombie apocalypse. You just know it.
Oh, probably. T-Dog, he got hurt, and then they had to bring him over. Hershel, or Patricia, treated him. And, let me see. I know that a lot of other people... Yeah, Daryl. Daryl also got injured. That's his own fucking fault, though.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah, Daryl went and got himself hurt really fucking badly.
In a stupid manner, but...
Yeah. And I remember there was one episode that was so slow, they literally spent the whole episode trying to pull a fat walker out of the well. Like, out of the farmer's well. I would love if he had a name tag named Jimmy or Baby Jessica. We all could have had a nice giggle over that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to pull Baby Jessica out of the well, but that was completely pointless because they didn't want to contaminate the water, so they didn't shoot it. And then it just wound up ripping in half from the rope and contaminating the water, thus wasting half an episode. Way to go, writers.
Yeah, that was...
They had to make you do like 16 episodes, so you only had 15 episodes worth of material, so it's like, okay, well, I guess we can throw in one where they try to get Baby Jessica out of the well.
I think that, well, I mean, season 2, probably, like, definitely mid-season 2, especially, was the low point in the Walking Dead series. For me, well, not just me, but a lot of people, I think.
That was the point where I believe Glen started hitting on Maggie and doing a horrible job about it, but she still fucked him.
It's a zombie apocalypse. She's roughly his age. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it don't really
That
make
was her
sense.
reasoning that she used on the show. Like, there's no one else around. Of course I'll fuck you. And when she said that, I was like, excuse me, Maggie, if you look slightly to your left, right there is Daryl, who is way more kick-ass.
Way more awesome than Glen.
Yeah, way more awesome than Glen will ever hope to be.
Glen...
And fucking T-Dog.
Well, I already fucking said it, but you know what? Glen's a pussy.
Yeah.
He's a giant, walking, talking vagina.
Okay, well, you know what? That's not completely true. He proved himself to be kind of cool. He, like, had some potential in certain parts of the series, and then at other parts of the series, he just absolutely blew it. It's really fucking roller coaster with that guy.
You know what? Well, well, spoiler alert, skipping ahead to season 3, when Merle's beating the shit out of him and torturing him and whatnot, that was probably his highest point. I mean, I thought he was pretty fucking cool when that happened.
And then
the aftermath of said torturing, no.
Yeah, right after that, he fell right back into season 2.
Yeah, he became a giant... No, he wasn't even that bad in season 2.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. He became the new Laurie.
Yeah, he became the new Rick... Him and Maggie...
Oh, yeah, spoiler alert.
Laurie.
Yeah.
They became the problem couple, which is fucking annoying.
Yeah, the one thing that The Walking Dead doesn't need. I mean, did you not learn anything from Laurie and Rick? But yeah, Laurie and Rick, let's talk about that. Laurie is not helping the love triangle problem with Shane and Rick at all. Like, she keeps on telling Shane to fuck off, but Shane just will not fuck off. Like, that part I just don't really understand, because I sort of accepted that Shane is in love with Laurie, and he loves Carl as his own son, so he'll never be able to let them go. But quite honestly, Commander Shepard, this is Laurie. You could have had Miranda Lawson, you could have had Tally, you could have had fucking Samantha Trainor or something like that. Go with fucking Kelly Chambers from Mass Effect 2. Instead, when the fucking dialogue options for Laurie came up, we were all over that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit that up.
Fuck.
You know what? It would have even been more acceptable if he went for Rex.
Yes! Fuck the Krogan instead of Laurie. At least he's more interesting.
Yeah, no kidding.
Laurie did not do shit.
No.
But we were talking about Glen and Maggie earlier, and that they may have actually had, I don't know, a slightly more interesting romance going on than Laurie and Rick. Like, Laurie and Rick...
Well, it was kind of nice because they didn't already have the premise of, it's not working, which is how the series starts off. Like, right away, they already say, she's a bitch, he's a cop, and there's their best friend.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how the series started.
Really, that is quite a dilemma. That's really just, you fucked yourself.
Well, yeah.
That's a dilly of a pickle right there.
But with Glen and Maggie, the whole thing with them getting together was
90210.
Well, kind of. It sort of showed that, people still kind of want the same things regardless of a zombie apocalypse going on. And, it might not necessarily make sense, but these are the reasons they still have for going on.
Yeah, I mean, to put it into perspective, like, Laurie and Rick had a terrible situation going on, like a very, very, fucking, I guess, really a soap opera situation, because where else would you find that? Like, I can't think of any occasion in real life where something like this has happened.
No.
And even Glen and Maggie's relationship, which was way more realistic and mundane, was more interesting than Laurie and Rick's, or the Laurick, if you're gonna combine their names like you sometimes do in a relationship,
or the Maglen.
The Maglen. Oh fuck. The Maglen, holy shit. Okay, it's official. The name Glen ruins everything you put it in.
or the Glenny.
The Glenny? Jesus Christ. That sounds like Glen is fucking Lenny.
Glenny. The Laurick sounds like that really fucking crappy movie, the Dr. Seuss one. Lorax! That's
the Lorax.
The Lorax. The Laurick.
Well, maybe if Rick was named Rex. But you know what? No, that's way worse of a name than... You know what? I bet they will probably introduce a character named Rex. Because that name is sufficiently stupid for the Walking Dead criteria.
Yeah. Yeah, despite the fact that it's the name to a giant badass lizard with 4 testicles in Mass Effect.
Jeez. Look, more Mass Effect. I think the writers are intentionally throwing this shit in there.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, hey, I just realized we've gone like maybe half an hour without getting anywhere on the plot, much like it actually worked in Season 2.
Yeah. This video is a reflection of Season 2.
So, let me think. The first interesting thing that happened after that was Glen tried to fuck Maggie in the barn and found out, they've got a shitload of walkers in the barn. Like, they've got them penned up like pigs or whatnot, and they're feeding them chickens and shit.
Yeah.
And he, like, freaks out, and they get an explanation from Maggie, and what she says is, like, Hershel and the rest of the family still believes that they've retained their humanity and that someday there'll be a cure, and they can just, if they keep them penned up there, they can wait it out until help arrives, and then all will be well.
Yeah, it's a pipe dream.
Yep, and that's ultimately what it wound up being. The group eventually found out.
Yeah. Shane picking the Renegade option again because he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, this is a very Renegade Shepard. I can't think of any... Carl is the only one he'll go Paragon for.
Yeah, anyway, so he decides to round up the group, get a posse going, kick down the fucking barn door, and shoot everyone in the head. And then, lo and behold, who comes out?
Sophia!
And, of course, Rick has to be the one to shoot her in the head.
Yep, and of course everyone was being really dramatic about it. Carol fell down, her leg stopped working.
Yeah.
And you know what, I'm gonna believe that because it is her fucking daughter.
Yeah, well, I mean that was one of the more touching moments in The Walking Dead.
She took it really hard at first, but then after that, Daryl took it way fucking harder. Daryl turned into an emo overnight.
Yeah. He was in real danger of losing the awesomeness his character had gotten.
Because he, up until then, he had been, like, really the only kick-ass character in the group. And then after that, he was just, well, like I said, an emo. Just being all sad and reclusive. And Carol, who really appreciates what Daryl tried to do for her. And, like, she's like, come back to us. And, like, it was a very subtle thing, but I'm pretty sure they have a thing going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Like, they haven't winked at it recently, but there's here and then, there's always just a fucking implication that they have a thing for each other. That
she wants his redneck D.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a scene in, like, season 4 where they embrace each other in the sunlight and, like, magnificently express their love. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to write some Daryl Carol fan fiction.
Or the Dare Care.
The Dare Care. Or the Care Dare, if you will. Because you can't combine their names otherwise. Carol or Daryl. It's the Care Dare.
The Care Dare.
Yeah, there is a Care Dare going on.
Care Bear.
The Care Bear. Yeah, I predict that at some point, it's only a matter of time before someone accidentally says Care Bear.
Yeah.
But you know, I think they would kick way more ass if they were Care Bears. You could shoot like that fucking rainbow out of their stomach and destroy zombies that way. That would work. Do the Care Bear countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2. Arrow in the face.
Daryl would totally be Cupid Bear.
I forget Cupid Bear. No, wouldn't he be Grumpy Bear?
The one that
Shane would be Grumpy Bear.
Right, Shane would be Grumpy Bear. Who would Rick be?
I don't know.
Oh, you know?
I don't fucking know.
No, that's a Thundercat.
He's not even a...
I don't know.
Yeah, Rick is a Thundercat now.
Yeah. Thunder.
That's how it would be if we were in charge of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Let's throw Thundercats and shit in there.
Thundercats, Care Bears,
G.I. Joe. Those zombies don't stand a chance.
Yeah, no. And then and all the zombies are Teletubbies.
Oh. I remember at one point in the series, like, fuck, I can't really remember what Shane and Rick were going off into town for this time. I mean, they must have done that like 3 or 4 times in the whole series for stupid shit. And Shane just flat out told it to Rick's face, I don't think you can protect them. And then they wound up in a fist fight, and amazingly, Rick won. He pwned Shane.
Yeah, and that makes no fucking sense.
Shane is huge.
Shane is fucking jacked.
Yeah, I mean, holy shit, I swear to God, he must rip off his shirt in the night and there's like WWE spandex at leotard.
I don't even think he has a 6-pack, man. He's got like probably a quintuple pack.
Probably. Just looks like a shitload of bumps all over his stomach.
Yeah.
Randomly placed, that's how jacked.
He can do his own laundry on his abs.
Well, that's convenient. That's probably why he got jacked in the first place.
Yeah, no kidding.
And in spite of that, Rick owned him. Like, not only is Shane a dick, but he can't even fucking win against Rick, who is not that big.
He's scrawny.
Yeah, like...
I hate to say it, he might be tall, but he's fucking skinny.
Oh, yeah. Like, Rick and Shane, after they had the fight, they went into town. Maybe it was on a different occurrence, but Laurie, being dumb bitch that she is, decided to go after them.
No, because Hershel lost his shit, went to the bar, and then...
Oh, yeah, that's...
And Rick and Glen, and I forget who else.
No, this was before that. This was actually before that, when Laurie went after Rick when he went into town. And she's, like, looking at the map. Even though, like, really, how can you get lost in this situation? I'm sure you've been to town before, Laurie. Oh, wait, no, she hasn't. She hasn't done shit.
I'm pretty sure they've used the same... they've used the same fucking road for, like, every season, I'm pretty sure.
And then there's a zombie walking across the road, and get this, fucking plows right into it, and flips she totals their precious car by hitting the only animate object on the road. I mean, like, when
the only fucking road hazard, and she hits it. And people say women aren't shitty drivers.
Yeah,
they even get it right.
She did not help with that stereotype at all. I know for, like, call it intuition, but I can pretty much assume fact that when that episode originally aired, the same 2 words echoed across the entire nation. Dumb bitch!
Yeah.
After that, they were looking for Laurie, and Carol was just like, hey, have you seen Laurie? Like, yeah, she was looking for Rick. Dumb bitch must have gone after him. And I'm like, thank you! Yeah. Took the words right out of my mouth. But, yeah, you mentioned Hershel.
More brownie points for Daryl.
You mentioned Hershel going to the bar and freaking out. Like, yeah, Hershel kind of broke down after Shane killed all of the walkers in the barn because a lot of those walkers were actually old members of Hershel's family. His wife was in there, and when they all got killed, he kind of just broke down and he went to the bar, which... Didn't they mention... Yeah, he quit drinking. It used to be a real bad problem for him, but he quit like years ago, and then...
If you pay close attention, he said that he stopped drinking the day Maggie was born. But if you look closely at how the dinner table's set up, glass of wine. Every single fucking time he's at the dinner table. One could make the argument that, hey, it's just water. Why would you put it in a fucking wine glass?
Well, if Jesus could turn water into wine, then by that logic, shouldn't mortals be able to turn wine into water?
No.
Okay.
We're thinking too hard on
Maybe
this.
Hershel was like trying to test that, but yeah, Hershel went over to the bar. Fuck, at that point, Beth, his other daughter, started like fucking freaking out and getting feverish and dropped down, just randomly dropped, half dead. Because, I haven't done anything interesting this entire season, I'd better do something right now or I'm gonna get killed off. Ugh. So they...
Really, that whole scene was ad-lib because they were gonna kill off the character.
Yeah, and so anyways, like when this happened, Rick takes Glen and... who else did he take? I think he just took Glen.
He took one other person, I'm pretty sure.
He just took Glen with him and followed Hershel to the bar. And Hershel, I completely understand why he went to the bar, because ever since Rick fucking showed up, it's just been Hershel, use your medical expertise to help my people. Hershel, Otis shot my son, you gotta help him pull the bullet out of his chest. Oh my god, now our black guy's got an infected cut on his arm. Oi, Hershel, you gotta help him. Hershel, my dumbass.
And eventually he just sort of goes, fuck it, I'm out.
Hershel, Daryl went and impaled himself on his own arrow. Oh my god, my dumbass wife just crashed a car. Oi, Hershel. He's probably just at the bar. Leave me alone, Rick.
I'm sick and tired of fixing your people, goddammit.
I'm a goddamn veterinarian. I don't pull bullets out of little boys on a regular basis. But that didn't work. Like, Rick fucking followed him to the bar. Hershel! Hershel!
He's like that really annoying kid in school that wants to hang out with you and will never give up.
Oh no. Hershel, Beth is suddenly becoming suicidal. Okay, you know, we were joking around there, but all of a sudden I really want to see fucking Dr. Zoidberg play Rick Grimes in The Walking Dead.
You know what? He'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, he would be. Like, that fucking frill on his head would pop up.
There'd be decapitation.
Like decapitating zombies with his claws left and right.
De-living. That'd be cool.
Yeah, fucking spraying them with ink and blinding them. Yeah. Spoiler alert, just sprays ink in the asshole governor's face.
They still need Admiral Akbar in there. Mr. Trap!
Yes. So they went over to the bar, they followed Hershel there, and then 2 fucking Brooklyn dudes. What were their names? I don't fucking know. They had like 15 minutes of airtime, so who gives a shit about them?
Yeah, the one was black, and he got his nose bitten off by the walkers.
What? I don't recall this.
Yeah, right outside the bar, they shoot him in the leg, and the walkers are just like, "Oh, look, free meal." Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, that guy showed up in the next episode, but he didn't show up originally. It was like 2 dudes from Brooklyn, or one fatso who was really rude, and the other one who was just like Mr. Friendly. He was very polite and very warm coming to the other characters, but eventually he was like, "Oh, hey, where you hanging out? Can I join you guys? I'll just bring my cousins over." And like, nope. I ain't fixing up your pet. Yeah. I am not stitching your wounds fucking shut. Okay, I've got this guy.
Yeah. I'm not helping you too. I have enough to deal with.
I've got this group who will not get off my back, and I do not need another group. And they wound up shooting them because shit was threatening to get really violent. And so Rick quickly shot them in the head. And I guess really that was the first time Rick ever murdered another human being on the show. Up until then, it had all been walkers, but that was the point in the series where Rick really just crossed the line. Like, in order to keep his people safe, he did have to go places where he never thought he'd ever go before.
I think it really just showed how the world had changed. You know, like, it's not black and white anymore. Like, you don't know if someone's going to screw you over because resources are so thin. Like, to Rick, maybe a human life meant more, but
his people meant more.
Yeah, human life meant more, but it was his like the lives he was responsible for.
Yeah, and as season 3 went on, and probably in the future too, that I predict that will be a very common theme for the whole show.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, spoiler alert too, and we're jumping ahead, but I really like that scene in season 3 where the backpacker was chasing after them.
Oh yeah, the backpacker was like, "Hey, help me! They wouldn't let me into Guadalupe."
Yeah. But anyway, so they stop. They have to move a car, and the guy shows up. He's like, trying to chase them again.
Me.
And then they come back, and there's a walker eating his corpse, and then his pack's still intact. So they stop, grab his pack, and then just keep driving.
Yeah,
and that's really that's to a T shows how the whole perception of the world of their perception of the world has changed since.
Yeah, Rick, he turned into kind of a dick in season 3. It was really hard to root for him.
Yeah, the
Ricktatorship
was short lived and it wasn't really enjoyable.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, Rick kills his first person at the bar, and it turns out they didn't come alone. There's a whole group of them.
So in the end, he made the right call.
Yeah, they shoot it out. Yeah, it turns out they were hostile, but then some kid impales his leg on a fence. Yeah, don't ask me the details.
He was sniping them from the roof. But
yeah,
it was a fucking terrible shot.
Oh, everyone in this show is a fucking terrible shot.
At least when it comes to people, walkers, they seem to be able to pop them off in like one bullet.
Or at least Daryl can. When he fires that crossbow, you know that arrow's going to go straight into the head.
Same with Carl. Carl is like headshotting left and right in season 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Same with Rick. Rick, if he can rack up a walk, well, if it's a walk
at times.
Yeah, well,
yeah. It was hit and miss, really, literally. And, yeah, but some kid got impaled on a fence. He impaled his leg, and so like then his people went and fucked off because their gunfire was attracting a shitload of zombies. So Rick and Hershel, they rescue the kid. They bring him back to the farm. And the kid, who's really talkative and annoying, reveals his name is Randall, and he knows where they're at. He knows about the farm, despite how they blindfolded him. And they're like, oh shit, he knows where we are. He's going to tell his people about us. He's going to rat us out, and they're going to come and fucking kick our asses.
Yeah.
So, like, they got to kill him. Or do they? Literally, they spend at least 3 episodes trying to decide whether or not they're going to kill this kid, despite the fact that Rick totally just offed 3 people in the earlier episode.
I hate to say it, but Shane made the right call on that one.
Yeah, Shane, of course, Renegade option, right there. Commander Shepard was like, fucking shoot him.
He made the right call that time.
Pick him off like a goddamn Vorsha.
Yeah. Well, what did he do? He took him out into the woods, right?
That is later on in the series. Like, where we're at now is where Dale, who is the moral character, he really doesn't want them to fucking kill the kid. But he wants them to spare his life. He wants them to be reasonable.
Yeah, what we didn't say, though, is that Dale and Shane have been at each other's throats for the last while, too, now.
It was Paragon versus Renegade right there. Shane was Renegade, and Dale was just all-around Paragon. I love how... Dale, it took like half the season for him to realize, oh my god, he killed Otis. He killed Otis and sacrificed him so that he could save Carl. I've just learned his terrible secret. And it took Shane pretty much saying it to his face for him to figure it out. And he like rats him out to Daryl right away. Daryl's like, yeah, I knew right from the start. I just don't give a shit. That is essentially how it works.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, really? It took you this long to figure that out? Yeah, Shane's a terrible liar, in case you haven't noticed.
Yeah, fuck.
He really was a terrible liar. He couldn't do anything right.
Yeah.
He thought Rick was bad at his job, but let's face it, Shane was just shit.
Yeah.
All around shit. He was a living entity of manure.
But
I can't believe Laurie tapped that.
Yeah, but you know what? He was a pretty good shot. We'll give him that.
Yes.
The next
But the gun was not made of shit.
No, the gun was made of metal.
Yes. Yeah, Shane, and it was Shane versus Dale, kind of. Shane, on Shane's side, he wanted to kill Randall for the safety of the people. Dale, he wanted to spare Randall and stay nice.
To sort of retain.
Tortoise.
Yeah, to sort of retain whatever bit of humanity they still had. Whatever.
Yeah, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that message.
Completely misplaced though. Like it.
Yeah. I mean, at least in season 2, he did have a point, because up until then, they were like just walking the line between good and bad, really. And Dale was like, come on, if we sacrifice our humanity in order to survive, then we didn't really survive at all.
No.
And I do, like, he didn't actually say that. That's kind of me putting it in my own words, but I do like it.
But that's essentially what he was saying, though.
And he was almost there. I think, if I remember right, it came to a draw, and then Dale was just walking along, a doodly-doo at the end of the day. But a walker, whom we were talking about earlier, Carl went off into the woods, like Simba looking for adventure, and he found a walker stuck in the mud, and he's like poking it with a stick. Okay, you might have misheard me say dick, but you know, Carl was stupid at the time, but not stupid enough to just poke a zombie with his dick. Something's very disturbed about the boy if he's going to try and do that.
Yeah, well, you never know.
But then
he could be into necrophilia.
Ugh. That is a great way to counteract zombies. You'll have the zombies running away.
Yeah. Quickly shuffle and cover your ass.
Necrophiliacs, attack! That's how you win.
Yeah, no shit.
That will be the series finale.
Yeah, they go to a prison where all the necrophiliacs are at. That would either be really good or really
Corpse
bad.
fuckers are us.
Yeah. Oh man, first we had racism, then we had baby killing, now we're necrophilia.
Yeah, this shit is getting out of control, man.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Carl unintentionally sets the zombie free, and then that zombie goes on to attack Dale in the night.
Which he doesn't bite him.
Yeah, he does not bite him. Dale's an old fella, but he is strong enough to, like, keep the walker's teeth away from him. He doesn't have 4 arms, so he can't stop the walker from fucking ripping his stomach open, which is really quite astonishing. Really, walkers are quite possibly the most inconsistent elements of the show. Like, I remember when Amy, Andrea's sister, died, she probably had the zombified Amy in her arms for a solid 2 minutes, like 2 inches away from her face, and it didn't do shit. Like, she was able to just keep it away with one hand on her forehead, and that was all that it took to fend her off.
Yeah, but to be fair,
this walker was able to fucking rip Dale open.
The zombie was on top of Dale. I mean,
Andrea was on top.
There's a little bit of physics on its side, but you're right. It's over embellished.
Yeah, like the walkers in season 1 trying to jump a fence, as opposed to the walkers that just put their hand on the fence and that's it.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
they probably don't taste great anyways.
Yeah, we'll just sit here and wait for them to come outside.
Yeah, it'll work.
Yeah.
But yeah, the zombie eviscerates Dale, which I was kind of choked about because, Dale was my...
The sad thing for me is, I always say this, but I can never have the main character as my favorite character. I always have to pick a side character.
Yeah.
And the side character that I pick always fucking dies.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like every single character that you love the most always winds up dying?
Or something really bad happens to them, yeah?
I will pay you to hate Daryl. I will pay you at least $100 a week to love the governor. Make him your favorite character right now.
Nah, man, I just can't do it. I can't force it. It's just, But anyway, Dale became my favorite character through that whole Randall thing. Like the episode before when he confronted.
That was the very episode where you decided he was your favorite character. Yeah, I remember you telling me this.
And then like, he fucking died.
Right then and there, as soon as you liked him.
I'm just like, Dale's my favorite. He's out for a walk, and I'm just like, are they gonna kill him? They can't kill him.
No!
Sure enough, fuck.
Yeah, and Like, Dale was alive still, but he was in great pain, and Rick is naturally like, Hershel! Dale's been eviscerated by a walker. You gotta help us, Hershel. The only walker that's been on the farm in the entire season has just murdered one of our own. And Hershel's like, fuck off.
He's just like, fuck it, I'm done.
Fuck you, Rick. Okay, I've had enough. And like, oh great, now we gotta put him down.
And naturally, Daryl's the fucking badass. He's just like,
sorry, brother.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Well, Rick had to shoot Sophia, so Daryl's gonna take the weight this time.
Yeah.
What did Daryl say? Like, you can't do all the heavy lifting. Yeah. That was one of the few great one-liners in the whole season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of crap going on in season 2, like a bunch of accidents, and we made it sound like it was Rick's fault, actually, but you know what? That's absolutely not fair. I just realized something. In season 1, the primary antagonists were the zombies.
Correct.
In season 3, like, the primary antagonist was your fellow man, the governor in Woodbury. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. And in season 2... Jesus Christ.
Well, you were saying that, like, drama was the worst part of season 2. Like, that was the main conflict. I actually noticed it wasn't drama... drama was kind of the cake, but the icing on the cake was their own fucking stupidity.
Yeah, the writers, had that whole bit with T-Dog right at the beginning.
Yeah, like, what they did, the writers must have noticed that this drama was way too boring to work with, so what they did was try to create suspense by landing all of these characters in dangerous predicaments.
Well, like I was saying, like they had that bit with T-Dog right at the beginning, and then it looked like they were legitimately trying to have like a story, like just use the drama and the suspense. But 5 episodes of Sophia gets pretty fucking boring. Oh, so what do they do instead? They just fucking rehash the thing that happened to T-Dog to every other fucking character.
Oh yeah, we should start with T-Dog. That's the first thing that happened. T-Dog ripped his arm wide open. His own fucking fault. He should have been...
on a car door trying to escape from a zombie horde.
Yeah, okay. Like, you may have been distracted, I get that. It was preventable had you been a bit more careful.
Yeah.
And Sophia, that could have been easily preventable had they made smarter decisions. Really, the only one that I think was a freak accident, truly, was Carl's wound. Carl getting shot by Otis.
That was a freak accident. That's the only one where you can't say it was anyone's fault, because Otis didn't fucking have any idea. There would be a little boy, of all things in a zombie apocalypse, behind a deer he's trying to kill to survive.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming at all.
Yeah, no, like, what are the odds? It's a zombie apocalypse, there's almost no people, so, and of course, what has to be there, fucking a little kid.
Let me see, after that, Daryl, he went out looking for Sophia and somehow wound up impaling himself on his own arrow.
One could argue that it's his fault, but one could also argue it's the horse's fault.
You know what Hershel said was the horse was notorious for being nervous, and Daryl would have known that had he actually, asked before he took the horse. So I'm still calling his own fault on that one. Andrea shooting Daryl after that in that very episode, that was some kind of special. But she's blonde. That's her excuse. What's your excuse, Laurie?
Ooh.
Yeah, with Laurie's car crash, they went full retard. Never ever go full retard.
Is it bad if I was actually rooting for the zombie that was trying to eat her?
Not at all.
No, its face was getting peeled back in from the windshield glass. Spoiler alert, I'm going to go into lots of detail on this one. And all the way I'm just like, come on, man, you can do it. Come on. I'm like that freaking guy with the Olympic runners, and I'm just like, yeah, you go. You got this. Yeah. I was actually prepared.
At the horse races. Come on, number 6. Go,
yeah,
go,
you can do it. If I was actually there, I think I would have given him like a friendly push. In just a little bit further.
Too bad Shane didn't do that.
Yeah, well, Commander...
Yeah, he picked the Paragon that time.
Yeah, he picked Paragon. With Laurie, of all people.
Yeah, Laurie's car crash was just one more example why you should never go full retard. Yeah, that's just one more reason for you to be completely sympathetic to Hershel. Hershel, you can't throw us out. My wife's pregnant. You can't do this to us. Oh, I suppose you want me to deliver your baby too? Take your dream team of dumbasses and get the fuck off my property.
We'll trade you our dream team of dumbasses for your son and your daughter and Otis and this.
Oh wait, no, we can't trade Otis. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
And after that, really, what all happened after that? Really, the only interesting thing...
But him and Shane had a falling out. Shane tried to kill Rick, had a gun to him.
Shane used Randall as sort of a tactic, a plot, a fiendish, dastardly plot to get Rick all alone in the woods, to kill him before you get any ideas.
The only thing Shane was missing at that point in time was a twirly mustache.
Yes. Well, you can customize Commander Shepard to look. I don't know if twirly mustache was an option, but that would be great.
That would be.
Man, ever since Shane got that bald haircut and the twirly mustache, he just ain't been the same.
Yeah, no.
Get him a monocle and we're screwed.
Yeah, get him a monocle and Satan horns and...
Then we're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so renegade, his eyes were glowing.
Yeah. Surprised his cybernetic implants didn't start showing.
But, Shane, with his horrible fucking lying all over again, he says, like, oh, Randall escaped and he ran off into the woods, we gotta go after him. And they're just like, wait, so this little kid managed to knock you out and run away? And he's like, yeah, he hit me with a rock. In the shed? There's rocks in the shed?
Yeah.
But in spite of that, they totally bought it, and his plan worked. It worked fine until he sort of pussied out. Well, I don't know. You could say he pussied out, but at the same time, you could argue that he loves Laurie, he loves Carl, but Rick is still his friend, and he just can't bring himself to turn on his friend. He just wasn't renegade enough for that one dialogue option.
Yeah.
And then Rick is like, come on, give me the gun, man, give me the gun. And Shane, he was actually going to hand him the gun, but then Rick fucking pulls a knife on him and stabs him in the stomach. He brought a knife to a gunfight and won.
Yeah, it's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But he had the element of hurrah! Those of you who get that reference I made, you're awesome.
Oh, yes. My head would have fucking exploded if, as soon as Shane got stabbed, the words critical mission failure appeared on the screen.
And the fucking lame music.
Would you like to play again?
Nope. Fuck it, I'm out.
And then Carl shows up to see Rick murder Shane. Just, of course, Carl shows up at the worst imaginable time.
Yeah. And you know what? We totally missed talking about this, but the guy from the CDC whispered something in Rick's ear before they took off, before the whole place blew up, and then you figure out why. So...
But yeah, what did he say? I think he was going to say, like, watch out for Commander Shepard. Or like, watch out for Carl. He's gonna suck the awesome right out of you in season 3. Which I think is how Daryl became awesome. Like, he snuck into Shane's tent in the middle of the night with this little straw and sucked the awesome right out of his nose. Yeah, he just took a straw and sucked the awesome out of him. Now I'm awesome. Now I'm a renegade.
Yeah.
But Rick killed Shane. And then Carl showed up at the worst possible time. And he points his gun at Rick, and Rick's like, come on, man, don't do this. It ain't like that.
And then you sort of get a glimpse as to what the turning is like. So, and then you see Shane, and he sort of like gets visions of all the other walkers, and the walkers know where he is, and then then he turns, and he's a zombie. And then Rick goes, then Rick has to kill him.
Actually, Carl was the one who put him down.
Oh, was it Carl?
Yeah, Carl put him down. Like,
right.
It was one of those things where you think he's going to shoot Rick, but then he turns his gun slightly to the right and then shoots the bad guy behind him in the head, which has been done countless times, but who cares?
Yeah, you know what? It's one of them things.
What do you know? All of the walkers that they had left out of season 2, I guess they must have been saving them all up for the season finale.
Yeah.
There they all came out of the woods. And
literally out of the woodwork.
Yeah, out of the woodwork, and started advancing on the farm. Like, Rick was kind of saved by the bell there, because Carl was like, what was happening there? What did I just see? And, oh, well, you see, oh shit, lots of zombies, let's go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And let me just say, season 2 finale, fucking fucking awesome.
Okay, you know what? You say that. You were telling me how awesome the season finale for number 2 was, but you know what? It was just a lot of walkers walking around the barn, like walking all over the farmyard, and then everyone just got into a mobile vehicle and then just stuck their gun out the window and shot at them randomly. Like, it was really pretty pointless because what they did was they shot 25 walkers and then ran away. Daryl was a fucking badass on that one, though. He's just on his chopper, casually picking off zombies here and there.
You know what, though? I think
there was a pretty awesome scene where Rick and Carl fled into the barn and attracted all of the walkers. They like came in after them, and then they set the barn on fire, jumped out, and let me see, Jimmy, the farmer's son, Hershel's son, Hershel's grandson, who pretty much had no airtime in this season at all.
It was in the RV.
Yeah, he was in the RV, and the RV got overrun. Quite frankly, I think the RV was a greater loss than Jimmy was.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. The RV was like Dale's vehicle, and
yeah, it was the last thing Dale had left.
Yeah, and
that's where
I really wasn't. I didn't even really feel that bad that Jimmy got nommed.
I think that was where they were keeping Merle's meth too.
Really?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it would make sense.
That's an even bigger loss.
Yeah.
The meth was more valuable than Jimmy.
Yeah, running a parallel with Walter White there.
Yeah. Walter White is like walking from set to set on the AMC studio.
Hey, where'd my meth lab go? Where'd my meth lab go?
Hey, get off of our set.
Yeah. You traded our RVs, you son of a bitch.
I actually had to ask someone who the guy in the RV was that died. I'm just like, who the fuck is that guy? I didn't know they had another guy.
Yeah, you probably weren't alone there.
Like, how much airtime did Hershel's son get?
Very little. I don't even know if he had any lines. He may have had like 2 lines.
I'm pretty sure he had at least 1 line. The zombies are eating me!
Okay, that is very true. Good call, sir. The RV got overrun. Jimmy got nommed. Patricia also got nommed, and Patricia was just a really boring character.
Wasn't that Otis's wife?
Yeah, it was Otis's wife because Hershel's wife was a walker. So yeah, Patricia, widower of Otis.
Widow of Otis. Widower is a male.
Oh, sorry, I forgot my dead spouse terminology there.
Well, I'm just saying.
Thank you for correcting me, Nick. Yeah. I love it when people correct me. I think everyone just loves being corrected.
Oh, no. Shut up.
So let me see. They all got away except for Andrea. She got left behind.
Yeah, but she was going all Rambo though. She probably did the most zombie killing of anyone in that season finale.
Which is kind of why she got left behind. She got too busy killing zombies. She just got surrounded. Everyone was like, fuck it, she's screwed. She was turning into a psycho bitch anyway. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so anyway, they all flee. Andrew's like, hey, wait for me! But then they're all like, fuck you, bitch! And then she's like, oh, what the fuck? So she starts running away, killing zombies on the run, and then she gets cornered. And then you see a hooded figure decapitate a couple walkers.
Random ninja cameo.
Yeah, random ninja cameo. With, if the ninja had 2, mouthless, handless, armless walkers.
Yeah, behind her. Like, I guess
it was pretty fucking cool.
I guess they were like her pack mules or something.
Yeah, camouflage, I'm pretty sure. It was more camouflage.
I don't know, if you stuck a backpack on those... Oh no, backpacks wouldn't work. They have no arms.
Yeah, you'd have to put it around their neck.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's still pretty fucking cool. I mean, it was a nice way to end the season. So anyway, season 3 happens.
But you're forgetting that while Andrea was getting her ass saved by the ninja, Rick and the group, they ran off into the woods. They regrouped at the highway, and Rick reveals that, I killed Shane. And everyone agreed, like, oh yeah, he was a renegade. Fuck him. Yeah. Commander Shepard sucked this time around.
Yeah.
Maybe in the next playthrough we'll go Paragon with him.
But anyway, so they're standing there, and Rick sees a prison. And then and then the closing lines were just like, things have changed, but one thing's for sure, this is no longer a democracy.
It's a Ricktatorship.
Yeah, the Ricktatorship has started.
He killed Shane and then became Shane.
Yeah, basically. I think he used the awesome straw on Shane, but there was no awesome left. Just evil. He's like, oh man, it's so
this
bad.
tastes awful.
Oh, gross. This isn't right.
But he also reveals that, like, they found Randall's body in the woods, and Randall had been zombified, but he had not been bitten. And it was the same deal with Shane, because Rick had just stabbed Shane, and he was there the whole time. Shane turned into a zombie, and he did not get bitten at all. And this concludes what Rick has been fearing the whole time ever since the season 1 finale. It's not a matter of disease spread by saliva. It's like an airborne disease, or maybe it's in the water, or whatever vector that it's being transmitted by. Everyone has it. And so you don't need to get bitten in order to turn. The bite just kills you, it doesn't... Yeah, all the bite does is kill you, but if you die in any way, you will come back as a zombie. That is what Jenner had whispered in his ear over at the CDC before he went kaboom.
Yeah. Which is a really nice piece of information that you might want to share with everyone.
Yeah, everyone was like, well, why the fuck did you not tell us this?
Well, I didn't know if it was true or not. Still, keep that little tidbit in the back of your mind. You can fucking say that. Have a disclaimer. We have 2 of them.